The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating, empowering, interactive conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Gathering of the Griots with Asada. Wednesdays, Repairing Family Relationships with Naima and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Veggie Brunch Live with Angela. Fridays, Health and Well-Being with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Global Talks with Zana. Second Saturday, Walk in Your Divine Authority with Mama Joy. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. Fourth Saturday, be a judge on the virtual Teens, Tweens, and Tots Talent Contest. And fifth Saturday, join us on location as we conversate at the Elevate Cafe, owner Jackie Brooks. Sundays, join us 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Go to thefemalesolution.com to join us on our video or audio live streaming platforms. Listen at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution. Call in on the Blog Talk Radio Network 515-605-9325 or call in and comment on the On-Air Radio Network 727-731-5192. We want to hear from you. And if you're watching this, that means you're one of the 4.6 billion people from around the world who are using an electronic device to talk to people. In these times, people are using the internet to talk to everybody. Friends, neighbors, family members, co-workers. People are on their cell phones and computers all day long. Now, if you're in business, that is great news. That means you can sell your products and services all day long and never have to leave your home. All you need is a media connection, somebody to connect you to an audience. And that's why I'm talking to you today. We produce programs, and our audience members are people who shop. They buy clothes, food, beauty supplies, cleaning supplies, home repair, transportation services, child care services. Whatever you're selling, they need to buy it. We're your media connection. Just follow this link, and tomorrow you can sit back and relax at home while your business is making you money.
Blog Talk Radio. Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. Join me, Naima Latif, every morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, as we bring you stimulating discussions about the issues affecting our lives. If you're listening online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-female-solution, press the blue button that says follow and get our daily topics every morning directly to your email and your smartphone. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution radio show. We invite you to call in 515-605-9325 and participate in this daily think tank as we examine the challenges we face and develop solutions that restore peace and harmony. We are global transformers, changing the world from the way it is to the way it should be. We are one. Wherever we live on this earth, we are one human family. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to extend a greeting to all the members of our family, whenever and wherever you may be listening around the world. To our family in China, Ni Hao. In India, Namaste. In Japan, Konnichiwa. In Korea, Annyeonghaseyo. In Russia, Здравствуйте. In Germany, Guten Tag. In Poland, Dzień dobry. In France, Bonjour. In Spain, Hola. In Italy, Ciao. In Egypt, Ahlan wa sahlan. In Ghana, Akwaba. In Nigeria, Peleo. In South Africa, Sawubona. In Senegal, Nangadef. In Kenya, Jambo. In Israel, Shalom.
In Pakistan, Afghanistan, Palestine, and Saudi Arabia, Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, and may peace be upon you all. Join us live on the on-air radio network called 727-731-5192. We want to talk to you.
Good morning. Do y'all see me? I'm in my kitchen. Today. I definitely got a different setup. We definitely on a new wave. And I am in a good mood this morning. So I hope y'all all slept well. I hope y'all got more than 4 hours like me, because you can't function on 4 hours. But whatever, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to worry about the here and the now and be present. So welcome to Veggie Brunch Live, like the true purpose and essence of Veggie Brunch Live, what I always envisioned it to be, always wanted it to be. Let me see. I can't hear this music. This cool. This like my vibe. This like my normal vibe. Do I want to switch it up today? I don't know. It's like such my vibe. Let me see. That's too fake. Let's go back to the vibe. Let's go back to where I was at. Okay, so good. So today, see, I can see my face. So today, in my lovely, homey, beautiful, lived-in, loved-in kitchen, I want to share some. There we go. I want to share some sauces. So if you don't know, I do own Veggie Brunch Vegan Foods. It's based out of Chicago, Illinois. And I do have a line of sauces. So like the food company that I created, I didn't necessarily want to go into the restaurant space, only because I've worked restaurants for a very long time. For years, I've worked in restaurants. I've managed restaurants for a very long time. It's fun. It has its ups, it has its downs, and it has lots of room for blah, blah, blah. But that's not necessarily number one on my to-do list. It's not necessarily number one. It may be like number 3. I'll put it number 2. It's 2 on my to-do list. But number 1, what I've always wanted to do and what I've always wanted to be able to have accessible is packaged foods that you can buy from anywhere and have it shipped to your door or whatever. And I'm not the one to reinvent the wheel. I know you've seen different food delivery services and blah, 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 but I'm just getting my slice of the pie. So before we get started, I wanted to start off with this quick commercial of mine for people who have not seen my sauces, who have not seen anything from my brand as far as like advertisement or promotion in a very long time. I wanna help kind of come out of mystery with you. I want to come out of non-existence. So I am going to. Are you trying to eat better? Are you trying to cut out dairy from your diet, but you still want those classic flavors like Alfredo, honey mustard, ranch, or a little nacho cheese sauce? Well, come on over to eatvegiebrunch.com. Pick your favorite sauces and we'll ship it right to your front door. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Veggie Brunch LLC. That's me. I thought the video was gonna be so much bigger, but you get the gist. I just wanted you to see the sauces that I have, and shout out to the guy who made that video. Like, you would not believe how many hours of cooking and waiting and pausing a 20-second video took to make. Like, I think we might have filmed that video for like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours. And then it got cut down to 20 seconds. But it was so worth it. It was so worth it. Peace. There she go. There she go. Good morning. Peace, 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 peace. Peace to the guy, my New York brother out there doing his thing, pushing his message, pushing his positivity. So I wanted to start out with a salad. Now, I know that might sound kind of cliche because most people think vegans and equate it to salads. I know that's not like as common nowadays as it was maybe like years and years and years ago. But salads are like one of my favorite things to eat because it just is. Like, to me, a salad is like a sandwich without the bread. Like, you could put anything in a salad. You could put onions, pickles, blah, 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 and just leave out the bread. So I personally like salads. There's no right or wrong way to do it. There's no perfect recipe, blah, blah, blah. And another thing that I like about salads is that you have like the option to just dress them up however you want. Like, to me, when I think of salads, I think of just like endless creativity. You know what I'm saying? So yesterday I roasted some vegetables. And here are some of my vegetables. I roasted some bell peppers. I love bell peppers, onion, and I love roasted okra. I just cut it up in little like diagonals. Olive oil, salt, and pepper, throw it in the oven, and I'm so good. I'm so good. I love roasted onions. These are red onions. I also just kind of cut them up, salt, pepper, olive oil. Boom, I'm done. And then I roasted some potatoes. I like the yellow potatoes. I used to like the red ones, but I just find that the yellow ones are a little bit more creamy. But yes, this is my little trio of mixed vegetables that I roasted yesterday. And of course, I got some avocados on deck. I hope they're green on the inside because you only can cross your fingers. I'm not in New York. I'm in New Haven, Connecticut. New York is crowded to me. Oh, snap. This whole time I thought you was from New York because whenever I used to talk to you, I always heard that New York accent. So maybe it just spills over. But then again, I never asked. So that's what I get for assuming, being wrong. But all right, shout out to Connecticut. You know, you're the first person I ever known from Connecticut. I've never known anybody from Connecticut. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's also what's up. So I got my roasted vegetables here. And I got my salad. This is just a head of romaine. Romaine is like my absolute favorite lettuce. Followed by butter lettuce. And the main reason I like romaine is because of how sturdy it is. I like the sturdy lettuce because the sturdier it is, you can like kind of add more to it and it won't like get weighed down or get soggy. You know, like how like those soft like mixed green lettuce, you know what I'm saying? You start adding a lot of stuff to it and it just kind of like mushes up. Like with a strong lettuce like romaine, you could put some weight to it and this romaine is gonna hold that weight. You feel what I'm saying? Oh no, New York only 1 hour away though. Oh, okay, cool. I figured it wasn't far. Just based off the accent alone and like that whole East Coast demographic or whatever. But yeah, so I like romaine. Romaine has a lot of good health benefits too. I remember years ago, not like a ton of years ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, there was this big health scale with romaine. Everybody was like, I'm not eating my vegetables, blah, blah, blah. Listen, honey, I'd rather take my chance on some romaine than a burger. I'm just saying. Give me a little romaine and you can keep the mad cow disease, okay? Let's not act like we forgot about the mad cow disease. Some people might not even been alive for that, but I remember I was hip for the whole cuckoo la la madness of the mad cow. Definitely gotta taste your cooking soon. You make it look good. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, bro, which is the reason why I always had this vision of my products being available for sale, and like you order it offline and you can just get it shipped to your door. And again, I'm not the first person to think of this, but it's just such a genius idea. Like, it just helps eliminate the amount of I won't even say excuses, but I'll say factors that a lot of people face when it comes to them, like not knowing what to cook that's healthy, or not knowing where to begin. It's like, don't even worry about it. Click this link. You click this link, and then we're gonna rock from there. So I'm just gonna cut up this lettuce. I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna cut this lettuce. So I'm just gonna cut the end off. I hope the lighting isn't crazy. Let me turn the lighting down just a wee bit. So this is how I cut my lettuce typically. I'm pretty sure y'all can see it. I just take a big old head of lettuce, and I'm just gonna slice it. And then I turn it over and I slice it again. And then I bring it this way and I cut it, and it comes out in little bite-sized chunks. And that's how I do it. And I like cutting romaine too. When I cut my romaine for my salads, when I do my salad prep, sure, you can buy like the cut romaine in the bags already. But I just find this to be most economical, and I know I'm getting like the whole romaine, like these little soft green parts, like at the top. This one a little brown, but I'm not even gonna worry about that. Like these little soft, tender green parts. I love these parts because they balance out all the crunchiness. Most times when you go to the grocery store, you just get like these crunchy bits, and you don't get as many of these like soft, tender tops. But having both of them mixed together makes all the difference. So when I typically prep my lettuce, here's what I do. I'm going to show you. And I just feel like I get the most bang for my buck like this. I put it in a Ziploc bag. So I put it in a Ziploc bag. And this is something you can do too. I'll put it in the Ziploc bag. Like such. Just add all your lettuce. And boom, you got enough lettuce for like 2.5 salads. And then if I'm taking this to work, I'll just pour my vegetables inside and seal it up. So I don't have to carry like a big dumb bowl on a train or like carry a heavy lunch bag. And when it's time to eat, I literally just shake the salad up like this, pour my dressing in, shake it up, put it in my bowl, and it's ready to eat. But that's one of the many reasons why I like romaine as well, because it stores well, it travels well. Like this in my fridge is probably gonna last it could last like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days. And you don't have to deal with those little grocery store bags that you can't really reseal for real. Like you gotta like ball them up. Like just cut up a whole head and put it in a what you call it, and put it in a Ziploc bag. That's what I was trying to say. And I always get like the thick freezer bags because they're thicker, so they just tend to last longer, in my opinion. Okay, cool. So let's get into this dressing. This one dressing that I want to make, it's called a honey mustard dressing. Now, I offer this on the website. But I want to show you an easy way to make your own version. I'm not showing you my exact recipe, but I am giving you like my exact foundation of like just the equal parts of it all. So let's get into it. If y'all ready to rock with your girl. Here's a side of, that's a good point about the sturdiness of romaine. Yes. A good sturdy lettuce you can never go wrong with a good sturdy lettuce. I love it. I love it. Okay, so now I want to take this bowl and I'm gonna drop the camera down so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing, because I like giving y'all tips. So y'all can make y'all own decisions. You feel me? When you got good information, you can make good decisions. And a good piece of information in order for you to eat healthier or better or cleaner or lighter or whatever is just having like a basic sauce recipe. I like the idea of sauces, and I used to be the type of person that would eat my food dry. Until I met this guy, he was like, "Nah, and you gotta come out with some sauces. Like sauces hit. Like everybody likes sauces." But I didn't realize that because I grew up dry. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, just eating dry foods. But then when I noticed, like, oh, sauces are not only fun to make, they do make your food like 10 times better because it just kind of adds another level of you know what I'm saying? It adds that extra level of So let's get into it. So here's my bowl. Y'all see? And here are, I'm gonna use my measuring cup. I'm gonna just make a small batch and I'm gonna use a quarter cup. I'm gonna start out with a quarter cup. And first, I'm gonna start out with a quarter cup of non-dairy mayo. You can use whatever mayo you like. I really can't vouch for no other mayo but non-dairy mayo. I don't know how this would taste with Hellmann's or like Kraft or whatever, but I'm gonna give you a little recipe. So you're gonna start out with a quarter cup of mayo. And just add it to your bowl. And then you're gonna use the same cup. We're gonna keep it simple. You're gonna add a quarter cup of honey. I like clover honey. It's a lot of different honeys you can get, and they all have different, they all kind of hit differently on the tongue. Like you could get like wildflower honey or like honey from, if you get honey that's where all the bees come from the Midwest, then you can get like a Midwest honey or a California honey or whatever. But the type of honey matters. But for me, just for the simplicity of this recipe, and just for the simplicity of just not being at my wit's end when it comes to buying ingredients, I just use regular clover honey, and that's not hard to find. And then I'm going to follow it up with some mustard. I do not recommend hot dog mustard at all. Please don't use hot dog mustard. And when I say hot dog mustard, I mean that yellow Kraft mustard that y'all used to eat at the cookout. I ain't even going to say y'all that we used to eat at the cookout when we was kids. So you're going to do a quarter cup of that. Oh, how bad is my lighting? Like on a scale from 1 to 10. Like, tell me how bad my lighting is. It doesn't matter. I'm going to take a quarter cup of mustard. And that's the whole recipe. And then when you look up, your sauce looks like this. And all you do is mixy. You're going to mix it. You're going to get the clumps out with the mayonnaise. If I had a whisk, that would have been smarter. But I don't have my tiny whisk, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to stir it up. And then this is what it looks like. I want to put it in a... let me get a different cup. Let me get a different cup so you can see it. Because the flavor is there. Oh, the flavor is out. Here we go. I'm going to put it in this little cup just so you can see how it looks. And that's just a real simple, easy honey mustard that you can make. It was so simple. All you literally need is 3 ingredients, 3 very common ingredients that most people keep in their house anyway. And then you get this bomb sauce. Now, I add a little extra razzle dazzle to my honey mustard. I really do. I got to. You got to. So you can add herbs to this if you wanted to. You can add, I don't know, spices or like salt, pepper or whatever. But me, I like this just as is. I like it just as is. I'm kind of moving a little differently because, here we go. You know, I fill my salad with all kind of stuff, and the leaves are smushed up for real. Yep. I don't play with them little baby lettuce. I ain't got time for them. I'll put them as like a little garnish. That's time to be eating that. I love this show. Thank you. I was hoping you didn't use honey. Could you make mine with agave? Absolutely. I've had that request before. And I'm gonna explain why. So some people who live by like the vegan title don't use honey. There's a lot of research about it. Me, which is why I dropped the title of being vegan, I'm nature-based. I personally don't have no problem with honey just based off the research that I've done. And that's what makes us all different. That's why we just live in harmony, because you got your views, I got mine. But as far as making this with agave, I have no problem making it with either agave or date syrup or whichever you prefer. And I had that option on my website before. I'm going to put it back. So thank you for the reminder to put agave and or date syrup as options for people if they don't subscribe to the honey program. The lighting is just fine, my darling. Okay, cool. You know, I'm just worried about all the wrong things, honey. Bring that sauce to work. Okay. Oh, I see. So me and Asada work together. So that's why she's saying bring it to work. Okay. Truth indeed. Yes. So I'm gonna sample my sauce. I'm first gonna take these retainers out. Gotta keep your teeth together. I mean, if you're gonna pay to get them straightened, you better keep them. You better keep them together. Okay. So I'm just gonna take my little bowl. I'm going to make a little salad. And I'm going to take some of these little sturdy greens that I have. I'm going to take some of these sturdy greens that I have. Mixy. I'm just going to do a little bit. I ain't going to do too much because it is early in the morning. And then I'm going to take some of my roasted veggies. And again, I just roasted some bell peppers, some, I love roasted okra. I love it. And I'm just going to put a little bit of my veggies on top, like such. It's looking like an Angela salad. It's looking like a salad. What can I say? I'm going to try my best not to smack because I have been a smacker all my life. So I'm going to try to control myself. And I'm going to take my dressing. Like such. And I'm just going to drizzle. Then I got to get a fork. Because we're not cavemen. I got to get my fork. And I got to do a live tasting. See, this is why I need a co-host, because I just be over here doing stuff. And today would have been the perfect day to have an in-person co-host. I didn't take no requests either, so there's that. But today would have been the perfect day to have an in-person co-host, because you could have tried the sauce with me. And you could have been living your best life. Eating a salad for breakfast. Am I smacking? Yeah, duh, that's what I do. But I love this. This is one of Asada's favorite sauces. She probably moving and grooving right now. But every time I make this sauce, because I used to cater a lot of events for Asada, because she does like this book fair. So whenever I would cater events, and she would always request, where's that doggone honey mustard? Or where's that lemon avocado sauce? Lemon avocado is coming up next. I haven't added lemon avocado to the website only because I didn't think to until Asada gave me an idea. So this is the salad, and it's really good. And I love it. I mean, what's not to love? That's just me. But I will give the option to be able to buy it with agave, or date syrup if you don't operate under the honey program. I low-key just want to eat the rest of the salad and just vibe with y'all for real until I get ready to make my next sauce because it's so good. You can take any bland vegetables you got. Mine not bland, but you could just take anything and just make it like it's a mix of sweet and savory. Which is why if you make a mustard-based dressing or a salad dressing or marinade that got some type of mustard, me personally, I'm just not a fan of the yellow mustard. When you use like a Dijon or like a stone ground mustard, it just kind of gives it another layer. Like it kind of gives it depth. It gives it a depth of flavor. So please don't use French's honey yellow mustard. Y'all, I love all them sauces. I know you do a salad. I know you do. And this was such a last minute thing to like do my sauces on the air that I didn't have all the ingredients to do all my other sauces because I didn't necessarily want this to be a cooking segment. It just turned into that. But I want to make another sauce too. And this was not one on the website. But after this, I'm going to show y'all another sauce recipe. Something simple, something easy that you can just keep in your back pocket. But before I show you that one's going to be a creamy lemon salad dressing. It's like a lemon garlic salad dressing. It's my first time making it. And I normally don't go live and do things for the first time because of the likelihood of it being nasty or looking crazy. Oh, good morning, Mom. My mom said good morning, a beautiful daughter of mine. Good morning, Mother. Jeffrey said good morning. Good morning, Jeffrey. My mom over here eating salad for breakfast. No surprise to you. But I just made a salad and I made my honey mustard dressing. That's on the website for sale. It's only $15. That's it. But anywho, I'm gonna finish this salad real quick, y'all, and we're gonna take a quick little commercial break. How about that? Yeah.
You're invited to talk trust at Earl's Garden Maze Kitchen on 6914 South Perry Avenue in Chicago from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st, 2024. It's time to rebuild understanding between students and teachers. Please call 630-426-9810 for more information or visit urbaneducoach.com.
Are you trying to eat better? Are you trying to cut out dairy from your diet, but you still want those classic flavors like Alfredo, honey mustard, ranch, or a little nacho cheese sauce? Well, come on over to eatveggiebrunch.com. Pick your favorite sauces and we'll ship it right to your front door. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Veggie Brunch LLC. You know, I'm gonna figure out how to make that commercial cover the whole screen because that looks crazy. Just having like a piece of a video. But me being me, I don't really care. We're not gonna worry about the specifics. Did you get the message? Did you get the message? What my mom say? I see you have to send me mine, please. I know. Ooh, I'm so overdue. I'm so overdue with sending my mom's sauce. Ugh. I'm so overdue. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how overdue I am to send my mom some stuff. Embarrassing. Okay, let me put this salad up. And next I want to make this creamy lemon salad dressing. And I found this recipe. And again, I don't typically go live and do things for the very first time, but today is that day. And I'm only doing this just to give you some tips, just to give you some basic recipes that you can use to liven up your day. So I'm gonna put this to the side as much as I don't want to, because this ain't no mukbang. I'm not about to eat the whole salad, but enough. Enough is enough. you know? So let's get it. So I got my bowl. And I'm going to try to follow this recipe exactly as it states. That's not always my strong suit because I like to just do whatever I like to do. And there's no recipe for that. There's no recipe for that. So let's start out. So this recipe calls for 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice. I just got a fresh lemon. It calls for 3 cloves of garlic. So I got my cloves of garlic. I'm just going to use some small cloves because fresh garlic can be kind of overpowering. So I got my 3 garlic cloves. Whatever. And then I got my mustard. I like stone ground mustard. That's just me. You can use Dijon if you want. And that's it. All right, so let's see. So let's do this. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with a brand new recipe that I've never tried before. What about I say? A grand rising, love your benefit energy, grand rising Vieta. I'm about to make this sauce. I hope you try it. Use more garlic. So here's why I'm not gonna do that, Mom. Here's why I'm not gonna use more garlic. Because this is fresh garlic. Had I roasted this garlic or cooked it off a little bit, I'd use more. But for the purpose of this and the fact that I got things to do today, we're gonna follow this recipe and use these 3 small cloves of garlic. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so let me get my lemon going here. So I'm just gonna rub my lemon on the counter to get some juices flowing. There we go. Rub it, wake it up a little bit. I'm not gonna measure this at all. I think I know what 1/3 of a cup looks like only because I've been in the restaurant game a long time. I've been in the kitchen a long time. I think I know what 1/3 of a cup looks like. I don't know. So I'm gonna cut this. Oops, wipe the lettuce off. So I'm just gonna cut it diagonal. And then I'm gonna cut it again to cut the seeds out because I'm not about to catch these seeds. I don't feel like it. So I'm just gonna take this little piece and just cut this just a little middle out. So then you get this little sliver, this little ear of lemon without the seeds. Just turn it on this side and cut it out, and all the seeds come right out. And it's 10 times easier than squeezing it in your hand and trying to catch the seeds and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. Okay. Put that over here. Have y'all ever done an impromptu cooking show? No, I do not recommend. Please prepare anything. But it's fun either way. Cooking is fun, and that's what I like about it. So I'm gonna get these seeds up. And now I'm gonna chop the garlic. So I'm gonna show y'all another tip to chop garlic that makes it like pasty-like. So first you smash it with the back of your knife and you just peel it off. These are very, very small cloves of garlic. Very small, but it's fine. So you peel it off like such. And you can buy the peeled garlic from the grocery store too. I like those. I don't cook with garlic enough to like buy them. They tend to go bad when I buy it. I just don't cook with that much fresh garlic. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. So then to get your garlic like really, really, really tiny, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slice it on its sides, like lengthwise. And when you cut, hold your finger like a tiger claw, so you don't cut your nails or whatever. So you're gonna slice it lengthwise and turn it on its flattest side so that you can cut it without having to like try to keep it steady. Because one side of the garlic is gonna have like a little hump. Typically, there's another side that's a little flatter. Whatever. So I'm gonna slice it, and then I'm gonna go back and dice it again, like such. And then when you cut, just rock your knife back and forth like a boat. So you want to cut it one way and then line it up and go back through and cut it the other way. Now I'm going to show you how to make it turn into a paste. And when I say a paste, I mean something that's small enough for you to mix into a sauce and not have to be worried about biting into big clumps of garlic. And it also helps the garlic flavor to spread out more evenly throughout your sauce. Because ain't nobody got time to be munching on garlic. I don't care how many health benefits garlic got. I don't have the time a day to be munching on garlic. So you just do like that. And every time you kind of go back and forth, you just kind of scrape the knife off. Now here's a pro tip. So I'm going to take some salt, and this is kosher salt, not table salt. You want to use a coarse salt, and you sprinkle a little salt on it, not a lot, right? And then you take the blade of your knife, this part, and you're going to go like this. You're going to fan it, but you're going to scrape and pull as you fan. So you're going to go like this. And this is how you make a garlic paste, so that when you put it in the dressing, it spreads out more evenly. And what's happening is the garlic is rubbing against that salt, and the salt is like breaking it down because you're putting so much pressure on it. It becomes like a paste. And you just keep doing that until it's the consistency you like. Most of it's gonna stick to your knife, no big deal. Scrape it off and you keep going. I like my paste to be a very fine paste, like such. And now you have garlic paste. You could do a little bit more or whatever. I think I am going to do a little bit more just for the purposes of this being a salad dressing. Yes, I like that. And you can spread it out as much as you want. You just want to get it flat. And the more pressure you apply, the flatter it'll get. And you'll notice it gets a little mushy too. That's only because the salt is pulling the water out of it. And that's nothing to be worried about at all. But now, my garlic went from minced garlic to a nice, easy to mix, easy to blend garlic paste. And that's how you can make your own garlic paste. It's actually kind of fun. So I'm going to scoop that over like such. Now, me personally, when it comes to lemon and garlic together, I like to add a little parsley. Parsley is just, it wakes things up. Ain't nobody got time, no ma'am. You are Cooking Master, thank you. So when it comes to the lemon and garlic combo, I like to add herbs because garlic can be so heavy and can have such like a on you. I like to add fresh herbs. The most commonly used fresh herb is parsley. That's what I got on deck. You could also use cilantro, depending on like if you was going for like a more light, fun, airy type of vibe. You can really do whatever you want to do. Cilantro has a lot of good health properties too because cilantro is a natural blood cleanser. So if you have some cilantro, which I do, and again, listen, me and my Ziploc bags, we going down in time. We going down together. But I got some cilantro here. And sometimes I like to throw cilantro in my smoothies too. If you about that life, get in tune. It's a really, really, really good blood cleanser, and it really helps to lower blood pressure. So if you're having blood issues, get more cilantro in your diet. But today we're gonna vibe out with the parsley. You feel me? I'm learning so much this morning. I'm so glad, my darling. So let me get this parsley real quick. So I got some parsley here. When you go to pick your parsley from the grocery store or the farmer's market or wherever you get your parsley from, if you can't smell it, put it back. Don't put it back. I mean, if that's all they got, that's all they got. But you should be able to smell the parsley. Like, it should be like, whoa, pungent. That's when it's real. So I'm going to take some parsley. Again, y'all, I never made this recipe. I really don't know what I'm doing. But these are when some of my best recipes come out. When I quote unquote don't know what I'm doing. I know what the hell. I know what I'm doing. So take some parsley. I don't measure parsley. I rarely measure herbs. I just go with what feels right. And whenever I feel heavy or I feel like I need to like lighten my load or whatever, I go heavy on the herbs. I go heavy on the herbs to lighten my load. Keep that in your back pocket. So this is my parsley. And I'm just going to pick it off the stem. Good morning, Betty. Welcome to Veggie Brunch Lab, honey. I'm over here making sauces this morning. I just made my honey mustard sauce. So good. I made a salad. I had to put the salad down because I was getting carried away. And now I'm making this impromptu creamy lemon garlic. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of throwing stuff together, but let's do it. So I'm going to pick my parsley off the stem. You don't have to. There's nothing wrong with eating parsley stems. It's just like a perfectionist thing. Like if you want to pick it off, pick it off. No one cares. No one cares. So I'm just going to take it and peel it. Take it and peel it. And it don't have to be perfect. Like this little guy, I'm not about to worry about picking this little stem off. He going in the mix. Like he coming to the party. Throw it and mix it, throw it and mix it. And then after a while, I'm gonna stop. Because I don't know. Let's see what this turned into. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good about this. So I got my parsley. Let's see here. I think that should do the job. With my parsley, like such. And this, I'm just gonna give it a rough chop. Rough chop means I'm just gonna kind of go through it like once or twice with my knife. You know what? I think it'd be better if I dice this a little finer, only because it's going in the salad dressing. And I do want it to be small enough so where it all evenly blends throughout. You know? I don't know about y'all, but I like to try to keep at least one herb in the fridge at all times. Whether it's parsley or cilantro or rosemary. I think that's just a good rule of thumb because you never know when you're cooking something. And you just need to add a little extra pop of something. Just a little pop of something. So, good rule of thumb. Try to keep at least one fresh herb in the mix at all times. Mint. My boyfriend's cousin has a garden in her backyard, and she gave me some mint. Y'all, that mint was so good. It was gone in 3 days. She gave me like 3 big stems of mint. And she told me I can come back and get some more so I can plant it. And I promise you, if she think I'm finna do anything less, she got another thing coming. I am coming back for that mint. I must have put it in that smoothie. I ain't really been the same since. But I think this is a good chop for the parsley. It's small enough to where you put it in and it'll just kind of evenly disperse throughout the dressing, which is what you want. No one wants to eat a salad dressing and then get big chunks of nonsense in their teeth. No one. You feel me? Okay, so we're going to put that over. Okay, cool. Now let's see what else I'm doing with this impromptu. What Betty say? Oh, make that green sauce. Oh, you talking about the lemon avocado? So my best friend Betty Wright, she came to Chicago a little while ago. I think I made the lemon avocado sauce for her, and she was so surprised because I think she had asked me what I put in it, and I was like, just olive oil, salt, and pepper. She was like, you love some olive oil, salt, and pepper, which I do. It's like my classic trio. You cannot go wrong with olive oil, salt, and pepper. I don't care what kind of day you have it. You put some olive oil, salt, and pepper on it, and you good. Mama said, good morning, Betty. Good morning, Kim. How are you this morning? They having a little chatty chat. A food processor can kick rock when it comes to how you working that knife. You know what? What is so funny? I am just, cooking comes like the ability to just use utensils and objects and like use my hands comes so naturally to me that even when I do have things like a food processor, I don't use it. I had a food processor and I think I used it twice and it sat unused for so long, it just corroded. It just went to dust. And I'm like, okay, good. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for the amount of food I make, I only make like small batches of things because it's just me. Or, you know, when I was doing orders and I was like kind of flowing out products a little bit more, it wasn't on a level that I needed a food processor. Then again, I really don't process a whole lot of foods in a way that needs a food processor. So, boom, I will use my skills. And it's something about just like rocking a knife and just feeling that vibration and just kind of like using my hands at the same time. It is so therapeutic. Like I will zone out while making a sauce. I will zone out and will come back like, whoa, that was fun. So yes, a food processor can kick rocks. Unless I'm cooking for like 5,000 people, like 7 days a week, which is soon to come. But for now, yeah, you right though. We good, Betty. How are you? What I'm right about, Betty? About olive oil, salt, and pepper being a combination? I don't know. Okay, so let me look at this recipe because judging the food. Okay. Okay, cool. So let's look at this recipe. So I got my lemons. I got my garlic. I got mustard and sauce. And again, this is just a recipe that I stumbled across, but it looks so easy and so light and just kind of quick to make. I was just like, whatever. But me being me, I added the extra parsley, but the recipe don't call for parsley. But whatever. It's just a recipe. They like clothes, you know what I'm saying? You can switch it up. It don't have to be written in stone unless you just like not really an adventurous person like that. So come on here, recipe. Where you at? Chill in the refrigerator. Okay, so let's just give it the old college try. So I'm gonna take this bowl. Oh, hey, Crystal. Hey, Crystal. You just in time. I'm making a sauce. I'm freestyling the recipe. I already made my honey mustard sauce. That's on my website. Why didn't I put my? Hold on, y'all. Let me put the website up. The website is up for pre-orders. Hold on, because I gotta get it. Let me put it up. So I'm gonna start back shipping in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, that's when shipping will be 100% made available. But let me put this dog on website in here. I gotta figure out a way. EatVeggieBrunch.com, baby. EatVeggieBrunch.com, baby. There we go. The sauces are available for pre-order. You can get the honey mustard sauce available for pre-order, and shipping will start in 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from today, I'll post the official date on the website. But you can pre-order it now, get yours locked in. So in 2 weeks, all I gotta do is pack it, ship it. And I'm also gonna set it up to where if you live locally in the Chicagoland area and we within like a 20-mile radius, I can just deliver it to you. That way you don't have to pay UPS. Because UPS, they got bills too. UPS got bills too. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's get back into this sauce. Okay, back into it. Bowl. Gotta have a bowl. Okay, step 1, get a bowl. Step 2, why this bowl looks so big? Maybe because it is. So it says add 1/3 cup of lemon juice. So I'm just gonna squeeze lemons in, and there go a seed. I thought I cut them all out. So we're gonna do some lemon juice. Like such. I'm gonna do this garlic. Like such. I'm also gonna do a little parsley because I'm grown and I can do that. Boop. Like such. Let me get a paper towel. I actually moved my towel. Whoops. And then it says add some mustard. So let's see. The recipe called for Dijon mustard. I'm not a Dijon fan. I like stone ground. So I'm going to add what looks like 2 tablespoons of mustard. And we're going to add some salt. And some pepper. And I got in the habit of grinding my own pepper too. I'm gonna do a video of that. I just buy the peppercorns and then I grind them up. I like it just because I like my peppercorns to be chunky. Like I like to know I'm eating pepper. So this is what all the ingredients look like in the bowl. Questionable. Hold on, let me get another lemon. Because it's looking questionable. Let's get rid of this. You go over there. You go over there for now, my dear. Cool. And again, I'm going to show y'all how to cut the seeds out of your lemon so you ain't got to do whatever. You just slice it in 4s and you just cut this little belly out. Scrape, scrape, scrape. And all your seeds is gone. I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice to this one. Scrape, scrape. Seeds is gone. Boom. Let's add a little bit more. Actually, I think that one little lemon wedge might have did it. And this is the sauce. This is the dressing. This is a very cute color. I will say that. Taste-wise, it's a little bitter. So let's balance it out with a little sweet. We're going to do a little honey. And this is just my prerogative. You can use agave or date syrup or whatever else you want to use. You can even use maple syrup if you wanted to make like a maple honey type dressing. Honey was just in the closest of my reach. Let's see. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. Oh, I know, right? So that's the dressing. I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add this little bit of honey, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of it. I should have some clear bowls. So this is what it looks like after I add a little bit more honey. It's a very runny sauce. Now here's a tip I learned in culinary school. If you make something for a particular item, you want to taste it with that item. So let me explain. If you're making a sauce for like French fries, you want to make a French fry sauce. When you make the sauce, you want to actually taste it with French fries. That way you know where you at. Or if you make a salad dressing, you want to taste it with lettuce opposed to just tasting it with a spoon. That way you really have a realistic idea of where you stand with whatever you're cooking. Same thing with pasta sauce. If you're cooking a pasta sauce, when you taste it, you want to taste it with the pasta. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to take a little piece of lettuce and give it a try. It's not bad. And again, this is the first time I was just making this fun recipe just to give y'all something to play with. Here's what I would have done differently. Me being me, I would have roasted that garlic. So having this as a roasted garlic parsley marinade would have been 10 times better, because when you roast garlic, it gets sweet. It gets very, very sweet. Like you can almost eat them like candy. They get very sweet. And because it's so sweet, but it has an undertone of like that sharpness, like that garlic flavor, whatever, when you add things like a maple syrup or some honey to it, and then you cut it with some lemon, the balance is crazy. It makes music in your mouth. It truly does. It truly, truly does. Okay. But that was that one. So let's see here. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Okay, so we're going to take a quick little commercial break. It's like a semi-commercial break. I'm just going to make some room for the next thing. I'll be back.
You're invited to talk trust at Earl's Garden Maze Kitchen on 6914 South Perry Avenue in Chicago from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st, 2024. It's time to rebuild understanding between students and teachers. Please call 630-426-9810 for more information, or visit urbaneducoach.com.
Are you trying to eat better? Are you trying to cut out dairy from your diet, but you still want those classic flavors like Alfredo, honey mustard, ranch, or a little nacho cheese sauce? Well, come on over to eatveggiebrunch.com. Pick your favorite sauces and we'll ship it right to your front door. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Veggie Brunch LLC. Back. Oh my God, back at it again. I'm sorry. I never finished my salad from earlier. And I feel away. About letting my salad just sit back there all alone. Nobody to talk to. Poor thing. Here I am. This is the one I made with my honey mustard dressing. It just don't miss. What this sound? That's why you should do the confit. You'll have the roasted garlic and infused with the oil. Yeah, that's a good idea. My mom mentioned to confit the garlic. When you confit something, it's a French word. It sounds so oui. But to confit something means you cook it very slowly in oil or fat. Like you probably heard like the French term duck confit. It's literally just whatever that product is cooked in its own fat. But you can make a garlic confit by taking a head of garlic or whatever you got left of a garlic head, like this half a head that I got, and you would just submerge it in olive oil in a small dish or whatever. And you could either leave it on a stove at a very low setting for like 2 hours, or you could put it in the oven at like 250, 275 degrees and just let it like soak in that oil. But it also infuses the oil. So not only do you have a roasted garlic, then you also have a garlic oil, and you can add herbs and you can cook with it and do blah, blah, blah. But a confit is a very good way to handle garlic so that you aren't dealing with that harsh, bitter, bad breath effect of garlic that it typically gets a reputation for having. Does that make sense? I love it. Thank you, Betty. Betty, you got to come back to Chicago, and you need to bring your friend Tiara. You guys have to come back. My salad has for the people who just joined in. My salad has roasted okra, bell peppers, onions, roasted potatoes, lettuce, romaine lettuce, a good sturdy lettuce, and that honey mustard dressing I made at the beginning of the show. And it just don't miss. It just does not miss at all. I didn't want this to be one of those mukbang videos where people sit and eat. But oh my God, it's about to turn into one. I know a little something about cooking. I know. I learned a lot about cooking from my mom, y'all. For real. If I would have looked at my dad to cook, child, I'd still be eating ribs and scrambled eggs. Because my daddy know how to cook some ribs and some eggs and rice. So shout out to my mom. No shade to my dad. No shade to my dad. I'm just saying, I learned a lot about herbs and different spices and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Every parent has something to contribute to the upbringing of the child. And moms contributed the cooking. But, I gotta chew so I can make my next sauce, which is my lemon avocado sauce. The lemon avocado sauce is a sauce that you don't cook with. You don't cook with it only because when I package it, I don't package it with preservatives. So when you're dealing with fresh avocado and you add heat to it, it's going to turn brown. The flavor isn't going to go anywhere, but the coloration of it is going to change just a bit. And it might be a little aesthetically unpleasing for some. But if you're hungry enough, you'll eat it. Okay. Salad down. And for this one, it's a blended sauce. Talking about from you, welcome. This one is a blended sauce. So I'm going to use mine. Blender cup for this one. So let's get busy. I did not plan on doing this much cooking when I woke up this morning at all. It just turned into that. So let's get going. We're not going to worry about that. So first, I want to cut the rest of my my lemons up too, so that I got some lemon juice to put into my lemon avocado sauce. Like such. Like such, like such, like such, like such. So first, I'm going to start with some lemon juice. You can put as much or as little lemon juice as you like in here. That's about the second. No, that's about 3/4 of a lemon. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm just making a small batch. Actually, I'm not even going to use my blender for this. I'm going to show you how to make it by hand. Boop, lemon juice. Then I'm going to take some of that same parsley that I had chopped up. Like so. Now, the only thing a blender would do that's different from what I'm doing, a blender would liquefy all of these things, which is fine. But if you don't feel like using a blender to make this, you 100% don't have to. Then I'm going to cut this avocado and hope that it's green on the inside. I'm going to hope that it's green on the inside. Not exactly. Let's try another one. Let's try another avocado. This is the only thing. When you buy those when you see the little avocados that be on sale for like 99 cents, whoo, child. You playing roulette. Russian roulette. All right, there we go. So I got an avocado. That works. So I'm going to squeeze it in the bowl. Like such. And I'm going to take this pit out. Oh. You know what? That little bit is fine. So this is what the base of it looks like. And then I'm going to get some olive oil. Use whatever kind of olive oil you like. I like extra virgin. You can use light olive oil. You can use mixed olive oil if that's what you like. Whatever. And then lastly, you're just going to do some salt. A good amount of salt because avocado is bland. And pepper. Like such. So then, to mash this, I'm going to get a fork. And I'm just going to mash it up. Is this a seed? Yes, it is. Now, this is a good salad dressing because it has a good amount of healthy fats in it. Now, healthy is subjective. It can mean whatever it means to you. Some people see olive oil and think whatever. Some people see avocado and think whatever they think about it. But these are the good healthy fats. These are the fats you gain when you gain weight. It kind of falls in the right places. You don't get the big back effect if you understand what I'm saying. If you know, you know. Like some sauces you eat, some fats you eat, these unsaturated, unnatural, highly processed fats contribute a lot to people appearing to be misshaped. But all it is just fat is just stored in just not the ideal places. It's not going to like the hips or wherever it should go. It's just kind of getting in where it's fitting in. So this kind of helps reduce that big back effect. If you understand what I'm saying. So I'm just mashing this sauce up. Only because I'm making such a small amount with the back of my fork. And one day I want to go camping. And I love knowing how to be versatile in the kitchen and not like rely so heavily on, I don't know, equipment or technology. I don't know, maybe it's just the old soul in me. But I like knowing that I have the option to do this by hand if I chose. And it might not turn out picture perfect, but it's still going to be Woo! Delicioso. I'm actually going to add a little bit more avocado to that. Because that lemon juice just punched me in the mouth. And if you're making something with lemon juice and you find it's a little tart, just add a little bit more of something creamy to it. Something to just kind of balance it out. I know a little something about cooking. Who we did. We're welcome, Will. Let's go. Good morning, Will. I hope you have a fantastic day. And you stay fit out there. You keep showing them old heads how to get it together so they can chill out on that big back activity they be engaged in. I can't talk. Look at me talking mess with parsley in my teeth. But anywho, that parsley, that lemon juice was just a little strong. I'm gonna add a little bit more avocado to this. And to help freshen it up, I'm gonna add a little bit more parsley. I'm just gonna take a little bit more parsley off the stem. Like such. To help balance it out. Ooh, maybe a little bit more than that. This is one of those sauces where I really want the parsley to shine. I really want the parsley to shine. And that should be good. Because parsley don't get enough respect. Not fresh parsley. Most people just use parsley as a garnish and forget. You can make a whole soup out of parsley. You can make parsley soup if you want to. Like, you can really go crazy with parsley. And you can make a parsley soup just with you could do like potatoes, vegetable stock, whatever. And then like, you know how you add, you can either blend the parsley in like a blender with olive oil, or you could just throw it in the same way you would throw kale in or whatever. It just depends on what type of mood you're in. You can make a whole parsley soup. What? Are you serious? Parsley don't get enough respect. But that's okay. I'm here to put some respect on parsley's name. And their ED. Yes, please get these old men together. Because that erectile dysfunction is real. Y'all follow Will Williams on Facebook. He be having a lot of good tips because he's lived this. He lived the life of being heavily overweight, having health problems, not being his best self. And then he just woke up one day and was like, yeah, no, we're not doing this no more. And he tells his story so many times of how he overcame it and the things he does. And he gives you like the step by step, and he lives it. He's not just pushing a product, like he lives it. You feel me? So y'all check out Will, especially a lot of people in the older community who just think that us young people is the only one out here doing this vegan thing or whatever. Like, I want you to see somebody that comes from your generation that has seen the things you have seen, that has experienced similar things you've experienced, but chose to rise above it and overcome it and be a better example. You feel me? So shout out to Will Williams. He's such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. All right. Boom. So I got the parsley diced up. Because like I said, I want the parsley in this sauce to shine. So I'm going to add it to the bowl. Like such. I added a little bit more avocado. So now we're just going to mixy a little bit more. And I'm only adding a little bit more because that lemon juice punched me in the mouth. It was like, what's up? I'm like, nah, chill. And if it's too chunky for you, you can add either a little bit more oil, which I'm about to do, or more lemon juice. It just depends on your palate. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Now, this sauce can actually keep in the fridge for a good amount of time because the lemon juice acts as a natural preservative. Lemon juice will naturally preserve fruits and vegetables. And especially avocado, it helps to keep it from turning brown. So if you put this in a container that's sealed really tightly, you can actually Let that sit and let that ride for a couple days. I made a mess. Pick up. Which is another reason why I love using lemon. Lemon is cool. Now this one is a salad dressing you can do if you're going for a real thick, creamy salad. Or you can also use this on like vegetables and rice. If you want like a little green sauce to put on top, you can mix it in the pasta. But if you make a sauce out of avocado, I 1000% do not recommend cooking with it, because when you add heat to avocado, it turns brown. And it's not necessarily going to taste bad, but it will look crazy. That lemon juice, I'm telling you, boy, it got me. So yeah. So that's the sauce. And again, this is going to be another sauce that I try with a little lettuce. Typically, I eat this sauce with pasta. This is typically a pasta sauce of mine, but it can be a salad dressing too. I love it. I love it. I just love it. I wouldn't add nothing else to this sauce. The only thing that makes this sauce better is putting it in a blender to where it liquefies everything. I wish I had some pasta. I would show you how it looks. See, this is what happens when you do an impromptu cooking show. Nothing's really prepared the way it should be, which is totally fine. But I want y'all to drop in the comments, what's like one of your favorite sauces to like put in a salad? Is it like French? Is it ranch? Is it like Thousand Island? I like hearing different people's perspectives of what they like to cook with or what they like to eat with, because it gives me an idea of something else that I would need to remix. Not necessarily saying that I want to reinvent the wheel or I want to take regular stuff and make it vegan or whatever, nature-based. But when people have familiar flavor profiles or flavor or similar colors or whatever textures, it makes it easier to cross over or to integrate it into your life, right? So like, if you've never done anything vegan before, and then you try to cross over and go like raw, organic, grass-fed, blah, 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 it might be a little bit of a culture shock to you and your palate. But if you got something like a vegan Thousand Island, or even though Thousand Island is vegan, it's just loaded with all kind of stuff. I personally never liked Thousand Island. But if you got like a vegan ranch where it's like, okay, it's non-dairy, you know what I'm saying? I know no animals were like forcefully harmed or forcefully impregnated to get this milk to make this thing, blah. It tastes kind of familiar. It's going to taste a little different because it's non-dairy, but it tastes familiar enough for you to be able to stomach it or palate it. That helps a lot. And I just like doing things like that. So if y'all got a particular type of sauce y'all like, or what you typically put sauces on, I typically only put sauce on my salad and pasta. Most other things I just eat dry. That's just how I roll. I'm a very simple girl. I like very simple things, as you can tell from these little sauces I made. But you tell me what you like to eat. And while you do that, I'm going to take this one last commercial break real quick, and I'll be back.
You're invited to talk trust at Earl's Garden Maze Kitchen on 6914 South Perry Avenue in Chicago from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, July 21st, 2024. It's time to rebuild understanding between students and teachers. Please call 630-426-9810 for more information or visit urbaneducoach.com.
Are you trying to eat better? Are you trying to cut out dairy from your diet, but you still want those classic flavors like Alfredo, honey mustard, ranch, or a little nacho cheese sauce? Well, come on over to eatvegiebrunch.com. Pick your favorite sauces and we'll ship them right to your front door. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Veggie Brunch LLC. Welcome back. Welcome back. So that was my little cooking demo for this show. I have to incorporate more because there's so many little fun facts and tips and tricks to learn when it comes to cooking that just one video doesn't encompass it all. In addition to that, I have so many other sauces that I want to show you. And I remember this one time when I was talking to somebody, and I remember being so stubborn, being so stuck in my ways, being such a I'm right and you wrong type of person. Y'all ever been that type of person? I'm not even gonna say met. Y'all ever been in that type of mindset where it's just like I'm right and you wrong? But this one particular person taught me so much in the conversation of me trying to prove my point. And the point was that sauce helps make life easier. It sounds silly, but listen to this. If you were eating a salad and you knew salad dressings didn't exist, or you didn't have access to a salad, you wouldn't eat the thing. Or if there was this, super organic quinoa, blah, 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 quinoa, mushroom, wheatgrass salad bowl, but it didn't have a dressing, you'd be less likely to eat it. Dressings make life taste better, right? Even if you season your food real simply, real plain with salt and pepper and olive oil, if you got a good sauce to put on top of it, it helps. So one of the benefits that I've noticed from adding sauces to not only my menu, but to just incorporating it more in my lifestyle since I crossed over, because I couldn't rely on cheese to do the hard work. You feel me? A lot of times if something didn't taste good, I used to just rely on cheese. Just put some cheese on it. Put some sour cream on it. Put something that's greasy and unhealthy on top, and let's just call it a day. But then I started playing around with different spices, different herbs, and really making sauces. And not only did it help make my food taste better, but it gave me a sense of satisfaction in the sense of I didn't feel the need to keep eating. My taste buds were happy. Every taste bud in my mouth was happy. My stomach was at a decent capacity. And also I started using better quality ingredients that didn't leave an aftertaste. If you're going to make sauces at home and make them yourself, cool, but please go for a better quality product. Even if it's an extra $1 or $2, whatever. If it's something that you're going to and maybe use for a special occasion or use on a regular basis, either way, it's worth the extra investment just to get something that's a little bit of a better quality, so that you don't feel the need to put something else in your mouth to wash out whatever you just consumed because it has some type of weird after effect, right? So adding sauces to your diet is a major stepping stone in the direction of eating better or eating cleaner. Because if you know you don't need no bread, you know you don't need no pasta, you know you don't need no rice, cool. Grab a dope sauce. Go to eatvegiebrunch.com. You can pre-order them now. Shipping starts in 2 weeks, and local delivery will start even sooner than that. I just have to make that option available on the website, or you can, let me add my number. You can always call or text me. Hold on now. Let me add the phone number. Let me add 708-316-7777. 1-8. Let me see if I can show both. And don't let me show one at a time. It's fine. But anywho, since pre-ordering is available now, there is a section right before you check out that says like special order notes or like order notes. You can like leave me a note right then and there and let me know like, hey, I want this delivered like local delivery if you're in the Chicagoland area. And I'll just deliver it to you. We can just get this game like rolling, like, you know what I'm saying, next week. You know what I'm saying? But adding sauces to your diet make a difference. And this isn't just like a selling point, like, well, I'm trying to like sell you these sauces. To a degree it is, but really it's like a realistic thing. It's like a realistic stance. Like if you're eating something and you're not used to eating it, or like you really trying to jazz up something that you really don't typically eat, add a sauce to it. Add a good sauce to it. What is this? I'm placing my order with you personally. Mom, you don't even have to place order. I just need to just get it together and just send you a little sampler of each one. The only thing I have to do, and then I'm working out, is my labels, because my other labels, they didn't really stand up to the condensation that would naturally occur in the shipping process. So the only thing I'm working on is my condensation, but I might just send you some, I won't even say I'll send you some link bottles. Just whatever. I'll send some. But yes, so yes, adding sauces to your diet. Another thing that sauces kind of give you a little leeway to do, especially when you make your own sauces, you can have much more control over what you're putting in your body. And this is why I like to show you tips and tricks on how to make sauces, because it just gives you the ability to take back control of your life. It gives you the ability to take back control of what you're putting in your body, so we can stop playing the blame game and saying things like, they trying to kill us. Who is they? If you're talking about craft has no desire to kill you. They want to keep you alive. They're trying to do is keep you addicted to their food so that you can keep buying it. No one's trying to kill you. If they killed you, how would they make their money? How would they make their money? We over here trying to make money. No one's trying to get rid of you. But having that ability to make your own sauces and knowing just different ingredients and understanding like health benefits of things, and also you just having the self-determination, that self-confidence of making the decision to eat better will help you get out of that mindset and stop worrying about who's against you. And you can just focus on yourself. My mom said, I don't need labels. You kind of do, so that when you get them, you can take a picture and like show it off. You see what I'm going for? So like you kind of do need the labels. You do. I'm just thinking from like a promotional standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I could have got on here and said something else, but I'm just being honest. But yes, like knowing how to make your own sauces gives you the ability to take more control over your life. There are a lot of good recipes. There are a lot of good templates to like make a basic vinaigrette. Me personally, I'm not a vinaigrette girl. If I'm gonna eat a dressing, I want it to have some body. I want it to have a little body out. You know what I'm saying? I like a creamy dressing. I like a sweet dressing. I like something that's really gonna like, those are familiar textures to me. Like creamy foods or like sweet foods, those are just familiar textures to me just growing up, right? So like me eating the vinaigrette, it's like, yeah, it's cool, it's cute. I'll eat it every now and again. But if I got the option between a vinaigrette and like a creamy dressing, I'm going creamy. That's just me. But I've eaten so many different things. I've been exposed to so many different things. I have that ability to make that decision. So when I do come home and decide to make a sauce or try to play with a new idea or whatever, I know what I'm going for. Like just because it's a vinaigrette doesn't mean like it fits under the mold of being healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it satisfying to you? That should be the ultimate goal when you're trying to transition into a better lifestyle. Is this food satisfying to me? Is it doing what I need it to do? Does it taste good? Would I want to eat this again? Because if you make something that has a lot of good healthy fats like avocado and olive oils and grapeseed oils and walnuts, and you proportion it in a way that it tastes really good to you, you're more likely to eat that thing, opposed to just eating one of these quick 5-minute 3-ingredient whatever that really don't taste like nothing. And it's like, yeah, but it's healthy, but it's not worth your time or your energy. Like you wasting your time, and don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, right? Here, I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all this one dressing, this one plant-based mayonnaise I like. This isn't the only one I use. This is just one of my favorite. And this isn't a promotion for them. But here's why I like it. It's a soy-free vegan mayo. It's a soy-free vegan mayo. And they also have one made with olive oil. There are a lot of different options on the market for you to choose from to make a basis of your dressing. So you just choose whatever works for you, y'all. I just wanted to show you that one because I like that one. And it does taste different than the one with soy, like the one with the blue label. It does taste totally, I won't say totally different, but it is a noticeable difference. It is. And when you use things to make your own dressing, like the mayonnaise or like the olive oil, maybe shouldn't be like the standout thing. Like the herbs should be the standout things, or like whatever spices you're going to use, those should be the standout things. So whatever's in your background just needs to kind of like be there to kind of support it. I like what the flavor that olive oil offers as a supporting base. Some people like grapeseed oil. Now, if you like canola or vegetable oil, I'm going to let you live your own life on your own terms. But please don't sell me nothing. No salad dressing if the first ingredient is canola oil. This is just fact. Canola oil has just been statistically proven to not be a good oil, right? Let me pull up some facts. I had this on my phone. I just want to pull up some canola oil facts real quick. Canola oil health. Let me tell you something. Canola oil has been studied. You always want to base your decisions off of information or research that has been studied, tried, tested, proven. It has been studied to cause Alzheimer's, obesity. It clogs your arteries at a much higher rate than like a olive or avocado oil. It has a terrible aftertaste. Personally, I just hate the aftertaste of canola oil. The only benefit that most people see, sorry for that little pause, but the only benefit that most people really have with cooking in canola oil is the fact that it can take a lot of heat, right? So a lot of fast food restaurants that deep fry a lot of foods, like, oh, I can use canola oil and keep using it over and over and over again. That's because of the way it's processed. Like canola oil is terrible. Canola oil is terrible. It's terrible. So if you find yourself making your dressings or your salads, whatever, your marinades with canola oil, please spend $2 extra and buy avocado oil or olive oil or grapeseed or something else. Like if the oil can't be reused multiple times, that's actually a good thing. That's actually a good thing. We should be one and done. We shouldn't be rinsing and repeating the things that we cook with. Like I used to understand it when I was younger, like, oh, you use the old grease because it got more flavor. But it's like, really? I think we should kind of come out of that. Like, you can season your food in a new moment, in a new day. Like, you're going to season it. Like, if you want your oil to be flavored, just add some garlic or some herbs to it, like rosemary or thyme, like some sturdy herbs, and just let it sit. And that will flavor your oil. But old chicken fat and old pork back and old seasoned salt, like, let's not let those be the determining seasonings. And I'm not judging because everybody's different. I'm just saying there are better ways that we can use oils in our diet. And a lot of people might argue that you shouldn't be eating no oil at all. I don't disagree with that. I'm just not at that level of my life where I'm ready to cut out oil. That's it. Everyone gets to different destinations at different times. And at this point in my destination, I'm not 100% ready to give up oils. Can I give up fried food? Absolutely. But adding olive oil to my sauces or to my pasta dishes or whatever, it's just my thing. I just like to do it. It just flows with my aura, with who I am and how I get out. It is what it is. You do what's best for you. Now, I want to talk about using the use of honey. Again, this is one of the main reasons I dropped the title of being vegan. Because if you ask anybody, I won't say anybody, but if you ask like a hardcore vegan about honey, they'll tell you the honey isn't vegan because it's made by bees, right? I get that. But honey has a lot of health benefits. Honey has been in use for generations and generations. I do understand the way it's processed and how sometimes it might be harmful, but I don't think us eating honey, it hasn't shown, like there's no study that shows, there's no statistic, no data that shows by us eating honey that the bees are dying. The bees are dying because of the amount of pesticides and chemicals that are in the air and the lack of flowers that are being pollinated throughout this country. That's the main reason why the bees are dying. It's not because we're eating honey. It's because of the amount of pesticides that come from mass farming operations, and even in a lot of neighborhoods where a lot of grass isn't even real grass. It's like fake grass. You feel me? Like there's so many artificial things. It's just harder for the bees to like find actual flowers and actually pollinate. Like there aren't a lot of fruit trees in our neighborhoods like that. You feel me? At least not in Chicago, where I'm from, maybe in California. But either whatever you choose to do, I'm not here to argue on an environmental stance. From a health stance, if you don't like to eat honey, I support your decision. I 100% support it. And if you have done research and you found honey to be an adverse whatever, you can swap it out for maple syrup, not the pancake syrup. We're not going for Aunt Jemima's. You want your maple syrup to come in a jar and look something like this. It'll say actual maple syrup. And then when you look on the back, there's only one ingredient, maple syrup. So if you want to swap out honey for maple syrup, you can do that. Just make sure on the back it only has one ingredient. And that's when you know you got real maple syrup. Real maple syrup is also a much more watery. It has a looser texture than like a pancake syrup, like a Mrs. Buttersworth or whatever other type of syrup is out on the market. You can also use agave, which is actually very good. You can use date syrup. Like there's just a lot of alternatives. So the point I'm trying to make is there's no real reason to like get into little spits and tats with people about their decision to eat honey or not eat honey. It's like, if you don't eat it, cool. If you do eat it, cool. I hope you find what works best for you. Because at the end of the day, that's what brings real harmony to earth. It's doing what's the best for you. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, I'm going to talk about mustard, because I'm talking about these things because these are the key things that I use to make my sauces. These things, olive oil, honey, mayonnaise, mustard, are like the basis of most sauces that I make. Like those are like my fundamentals, right? So I'm just giving you some tips. If you want to incorporate these into your life to make your own sauces, these are just some tips that I use. So one, I don't make no sauce with yellow mustard. And when I say yellow mustard, I mean football stand, hot dog, cookout, barbecue, yellow mustard. I know I grew up eating yellow mustard. I know that was the mustard we put in potato salad. That was the mustard we put in tuna fish. That was the mustard because that was just the mustard. I never knew about a Dijon mustard until I was in my 20s. I didn't know about a stone ground mustard until I was in my 20s. I didn't even know real mustard came from mustard seeds. Like I used to hear them say, oh, all you need is the faith the size of a mustard seed in church. I didn't know mustard seeds were a real seed. I didn't know that was a real thing until I was in my 20s. This is why we have to expose ourselves to different things at an early age in life. As best we can, expose your kids to different things as best you can in as early as you can in life, which is where making your own sauces and doing things by hand organically comes into play. When I found out that mustard actually comes from a mustard seed, which makes sense because you got mustard greens, and it's like, oh, now I'm seeing the correlation between this. But that yellow mustard that we normally used to put on our hot dogs is very highly processed, right? Which is why it comes out the exact same color, the exact same texture every single time across the board. But if you want to give your sauces or your dressings a little bit more personality, go for a Dijon or stone ground mustard. Basically meaning the actual mustard seed hasn't been ground to dust. Like at that point, when it comes to making like mustard, like hot dog mustard, the mustard seeds have pretty much been ground to dust. And you really aren't tasting the mustard seed. You're tasting a lot of vinegar and a lot of other spices that they put on top of it. But when you use a stone ground or a Dijon mustard, you're actually getting the flavor of that seed, right? So it bounces off of different herbs and spices a little better and a little differently because it has it has more integrity in it. You understand? It's not that highly processed, put it on the shelf, sell it for $1.99 and keep pushing it so that we can keep these people buying our products. Like it's something that you actually enjoy. You can take your time with, feel satisfied afterwards and be like, okay, cool, I'm good now. Like, so I like a stone ground mustard. Even when it says spicy brown, it's not really spicy. It's not spicy. It's not like hot sauce spicy like you think. It just has that bite, that background flavor of the mustard seed. And it's very similar to eating like fresh garlic. Like if you've ever eaten like fresh garlic, it almost has a spiciness to it, but it's not spicy. I can't explain it. I did just explain it, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Spicy brown mustard is it's not spicy at all. Not in the standard sense of spicy. So even try adding that. Even if you're at a cookout and you're like, I want to try a different mustard, like try a different mustard. Make your sauces with different types of mustards. Make your sauces with different types of oils. Infuse your oils. Put a sprig of rosemary in there in your olive oil and let it sit. Put a sprig of thyme in there and let it sit. You can even put a couple cloves of garlic plus the rosemary and blah, 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 and just let it sit. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing like a fresh herb with this. You can use dry herbs. Like I wouldn't recommend doing fresh parsley because it might deteriorate. But if you want to use a dry, just play around with your oils, play around with your sauces, and just offer more variety. Offer more variety to yourself. You deserve it. Do we agree on that? Cool. All right. So that's pretty much all I have for this show. I wanted to know if y'all had any comments, any feedback. And I feel really good about this. I really feel good that Veggie Brunch is getting back to where it's going to be. I really, truly have the vision of Veggie Brunch being a grocery brand. So if you don't see a restaurant, that just means that's kind of part of the plan. If you do see a restaurant, that was part of the backup plan. Boo! This was such a fun show to watch. I have the ingredients. I'm going to try to make that sauce today. Which sauce are you going to try to make today? Because I want to put the ingredients in there just so you can get like a guideline. I don't have no real measurements. That I'm gonna leave between you and your ancestors to figure out what's enough and what's not enough. But which sauce were you gonna make? The honey mustard sauce, the creamy lemon sauce, or the lemon avocado sauce? Now, this creamy lemon sauce that I made earlier, if you was here for that, it's this sauce. It was lemon juice, it was parsley, it was the garlic, and it was some stone ground mustard. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. This was my first time making it. And the only reason I wasn't a big fan of it was because of the amount of the garlic in it. The garlic just had too much bite. The garlic had way too much bite to me. Like, I feel like putting raw garlic in salad dressings is like, it's a stretch. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Roasted garlic, come holler at me. Fresh garlic, take it easy. What my mom say? Great podcast today. I may be starting my garden soon. I have all the space in the backyard. That's funny because I really wanted to start a garden up here. I'm just the only consideration I have about starting a garden while I stay right now is the amount of like raccoons that roam the streets at night. I don't know what it is about our area. I guess because there's a good amount of trees, but we have like a lot of like nighttime critters that roam our neighborhoods at night. And my only concern with that, and I'm sure there are ways to like kind of ward them off and keep them away from your herbs. But like, let's be for real, if they can lift up a garbage can lid or whatever else, they can lift up a little gate and get my parsley or my mint or whatever it is I'm growing. But I think I'll start out with some potted plants, some potted herbs first, and just get my green thumb back rolling. And then if not at the end of this year, maybe next year, whatever, because we haven't been getting a lot of snow like that in Chicago. So I think this year will be a good year to even play around with squash or play around with some winter vegetables and see how they do. I don't know yet. I don't know. That honey mustard sauce. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you the rundown again because it's very easy and it's just a basic. So you just use equal parts honey, mustard, and mayo. That's it. It's super easy. Honey, mayo. Yellow mustard, not that dog mustard. You use it at your own risk. At your own risk. But a Dijon, cool. A stone ground, cool. And it's so good. It's such a good dressing to take to even like family outings. Like, you know, everybody be like, you need to show up with something. If you showed up with that little equal parts ratio and some lettuce, you're gonna be in the good graces of some people. So yes, try that out. Yes, you will have to get a good garden house set up. Yeah, that sounds like a whole project, but I'm up for it. I've even seen like those raised flat flower beds, but I just need something to cover them. So like the squirrels and the whatever, they don't get to them, at least not in the beginning. I at least want the plants to flourish and grow before I start spreading the love with the squirrels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be actually able to like use them. Naima said, if you pour cayenne pepper on the ground around the plants, it will keep the unwanted pests away. I've heard that too, and I've also heard that growing a lot of mint is also helpful for keeping pests away. So I don't know. I think I want to start with mint only because I got a mint plug. So I think I'm gonna start with some mint and kind of let that spread out a little bit. And then if need be, I might just like chop up some peppers and put the pepper seeds on the ground. Like, you eat this if you want to. I'm gonna burn your mouth up. Like, don't eat my plants. Mom say, I have a lot of raccoons, possums, and foxes down here, and a few coyotes around. Same. We don't really have coyotes around here, but the raccoons and the possums for sure. Foxes, maybe not like on this side of town. Coyotes, not so much, because we don't live that close to the woods. But yeah. But I would love to offer like fresh herbs. I need to start with a pot. Something manageable, something realistic, something that would keep the outside world at bay. Anything to keep the outside world at bay. So yeah, so on a scale from 1 to 10, all my sauces, honey mustard is a go. Honey mustard is available on eatvegiebrunch.com. And it's not the exact same recipe that I chose today. The honey mustard that I sell has a little extra razzmatazz to it. but you really just have to order it to just kind of experience it. I can't even describe it. It's an experience that just has to be experienced. It is. The lemon avocado sauce is very good. I would 1000% recommend putting it into a blender just so you could liquefy it and really like just kind of get it smooth. And then lastly, this sauce that I kind of made on a whim today, this garlic, lemon, mustard. We'll revisit this. We're going to lay this one at the foot of the cross for right now. It's not a hard no, but it's definitely not a hard yes. So this one won't be on the menu. But this is how you find out what works or not. You got to play around with different things. You got to see what works for you and what doesn't, and blah, blah, blah. And then you just build from there. Uh-oh. Let me see. Oh, that was my mom. Good. So before we head out, let me play this commercial one last time, just in case you missed it. I just need you to not miss it. Are you trying to eat better? Are you trying to cut out dairy from your diet, but you still want those classic flavors like Alfredo, honey mustard, ranch, or a little nacho cheese sauce? Well, come on over to eatvegiebrunch.com. Pick your favorite sauces and we'll ship them right to your front door. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Veggie Brunch LLC. Yeah. Okay. I was trying to figure out how to get my background to go out, and I figured it out at the end of the show, but it's okay. So yes, go to eatvegiebrunch.com. Check out all the sauces that I have available. I have an Alfredo sauce. I have a sashi cashew sauce, which is a cashew-based nacho cheese sauce. And you can use it as a dip. You can use it as a spread. You can use it in wraps. You can eat it hot. You can eat it room temperature. I don't recommend eating it cold. And I also have a ranch dressing. Ranch dressing will only be available for local delivery, only because since it's made fresh, it has a shorter shelf life. So shipping it out, I'll let you play that game. I'll leave it up for delivery, and I'll let you play that game and just experience it. And then pre-orders are available now, like I said, and shipping will begin in 2 weeks. So order yours now. Go to eatvegiebrunch.com, place your order. You can also sign up for the email list in case you want to email anything. You can email me at info@eatvegiebrunch.com if you have any questions. Here is my contact number. You can always contact me at 708-316-7718. Holla at me. Let me know if you have anything particular, any special requests, anything that comes to mind. I will help you answer it, and we will find a solution that works best for you. But other than that, I want to thank you dearly from the bottom of my heart for watching today's show. I want to thank you for being with me on this journey, and I want to congratulate you for being interested in eating better or living a better life, to even tune in and be in alignment with me. This just lets me know that I'm in alignment with the right people when I see comments and hearts and likes. It just lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. So just continue to show love, and I'll continue to show up. And that'll be the exchange. Hey, I like that. You show love, I'll show up. That'll be the exchange. So for now, I will see you on next Thursday at 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. right here. Brought to you by The Female Solution. And I'm out, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful day.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jaref. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.